When we look over here, we will see there are redstone lamps. Anna died. This is an episode plus. That's when we get a huge amount of work done, or work on a single giant project over the course of a single episode. I just wanted to let you guys know what's going to be happening for this episode. Let's get back to it, and I hope you enjoy. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Shelly Plays. So for today, we've got a lot of things in store, but if you look behind me, you can see there's quite a bit of terrain back there, and we need to get rid of all of that. So I think the best way to do that is in a third-person time-lapse. So let's get to it. Alright, so I was repairing all of our picks and spoons from the giant mountain resurfacing. These do not have mending on them, so I'm going to have to do that later on. But I repaired everything, and I realized that this was a big mess because there was no way to stop Enderman from spawning, and there was no way to get the Enderman heads. Because all of these, every single one of these is filled. I even have some down at the bottom now, which I put down there while I was building this little down area right here. So I made an on and off switch, and it is a lever up there. Redstone goes up here, and there is a torch tower right that goes up there. I will show you in a second. And so now with the on-off switch, we can turn the Enderman farm off. So away from it means off and towards it means on. It takes a second for the redstone torches to kind of upload, but then you can, you know, get rid of all the Endermen. And I also changed this to be not slabs so that we can get up in here and collect everything. And oh, I need to, yeah, I broke one of these blocks a while ago and replaced it with cobblestone. Probably should change that out. But now we can get up in here, so if there are any Enderman heads laying around, we can get them. And then you just go back in like this. Perfect, and no more Enderman will spawn, which means that we can clean it out really well, and that way we don't have a bunch of Ender pearls just sitting around. So let me get rid of these, and I will be right back with you and show you how the top part looks. Okay, so when we look over here, we will see there are redstone lamps. And I died. Oops. Oh gosh, why did I have to do that? Okay, it's okay. I had all of everything of mine was actually in one of the chests, so if we lose that elytra, it's not that big of a deal. I can't believe I did that. Oh, that's kind of hilarious though. You know, honestly, it happens to me all the time. I make giant mistakes a lot. So, okay. There. So this is what it looks like. And it's pretty simple. So if you look, there is the redstone torches, the redstone torch tower, and there are repeaters going into blocks that go into the redstone torches, and when those are powered, the redstone torches turn off. And it works really well because we were getting really backed up with ender pearls, and it wasn't really lagging my game, but it was annoying because there's so many of them, and I couldn't pick up the enderman heads. So right here, yes, it's a good thing that I have learned from my mistakes to always make sure that I have, oh, this is not enchanted, to always make sure that I have put all of my important things into a chest before I do anything over the void. But I will be back with you guys later on. So I've just been going around and lightly softening the terrain around the outside. I've gone from the sugarcane area all the way over to here, and I did fill up. There was a ravine that was visible over on that side, so I filled that up. I kept a few of the basins that were here, like this one, and there is one more over here, because we're going to turn those into little ponds. But aside from that, I'm just kind of going through and pushing back terrain and softening it, adding terrain where there needs to be, because this right here, this is really rough. Doesn't look that good, so once I'm completely done doing all of this side, which this is the last bit, then I will be back with you guys. So I've done a lot of work smoothing this out, but I think it looks pretty good now. So now what we're going to work on is the enchanted forest. First, I'm going to get some roads put in so that we know where the enchanted forest will lead. Now that that's done, I'm thinking I'm ready to tackle on the enchanted forest. But before that, you can see there's quite a bit of chests that are filled with random things that we don't need for this project. So I've got a bunch of shulker boxes with me, and I'm going to transport all this stuff back to the main area, and I will be right back with you. Honestly, this is the best place to collect mushrooms because it's totally safe. You're on top of the bedrock, and you can hear all the baddies, but they can't get you. Perfect to get some materials, especially mushrooms. When you need a lot of them, you can just go out here. Make sure you follow along your path so you don't stray too far. But as soon as you see a little patch of mushrooms, you go over there and, you know, you just knock them down. Then you get some mushrooms. How did you get out here? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get some more mushrooms. I see some over here. We now have a problem. There is a chance that we may be out of fireworks. Perhaps I've used them a bit too liberally. Yeah. So, I know we've got gunpowder. We just have to find it all. And know we got paper. And if we don't, we've got a huge farm to make paper. So, we are relying on the gunpowder that we get from the mob farm that is a part of the slime farm downstairs. So, it's definitely not the most efficient way to get all of the fireworks that we need. Oh, there's some more. Some rockets for now. There's plenty. Do that. Oh, we can even make more. Okay, cool. What are we gonna get rid of? We will get rid of the sugarcane. There. Okay, perfect. And these will go into the ender chest where they belong. Or I should put them in the valuables, actually. But now that that's settled, I have fully fleshed out the swamp area. As you can see, it goes a little bit further this way, and it goes quite a bit further this way. You can see it's now fully fleshed out all throughout this area right here. And throughout here, the little road goes like this, and there's a zombie. There's a bunch of baddies. It's very well lit up. I cannot wait to see this with shaders. But I'm really liking how this is turning out. And so yeah, I put 2 dark oak trees right here with lanterns on them. There's going to be some dark oak trees in the middle of this town. It's not going to be a lot of oak, but oak goes really well in swamps, so that's why we used oak for this. But I'm really tired tonight, so I'm actually going to go to bed and take a break, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Zombie! I will see you guys tomorrow morning, bright and early and ready to make the enchanted forest. That was a good sleep that I desperately needed. So, now that that's been done, we can actually go around this way now too. So, we're going to start working on the enchanted forest. Now, the thing about the enchanted forest is, oh, by the way, this tree spawned with a beehive because there's so many flowers. It's perfect, right? Now, I'm going to do another third-person time-lapse for the enchanted forest. I know that that may be not super ideal, but we got to get it done, and I think really the only way that we can is in another third-person time-lapse, because this is a huge, huge accomplishment. So, but I'm going to be checking in with you guys every once in a while, and I will be back with you in a moment. So I think what we're first going to do is work on this little pond area right here. This pond is kind of in a perfect spot because right over this way is the road that goes to a certain area that I am not going to tell you about yet. So you're going to have to wait. But I have really big plans for this area right here. Really, really big plans, and you are just going to have to wait to find out what that's going to be. And I was thinking of making this one be soul pond, like soul sand, as in like this is the pond where all of the souls of the lost are. I'm not sure. Something like that. And actually, I'm thinking now, getting a little ahead of myself, but I'm thinking maybe we can actually connect these two together and have a bridge. And then it could be like Soul Sand Pond. Yeah, actually I really like that idea. So let me get this area dug out, and I will be right back with you. Alright, I think that I have it pretty nicely put out. So it's going to be pretty shallow on this side, and on this side it's going to be pretty deep, and I like it. So I'm going to get this filled in with soul sand and mushroom blocks because I think that's going to fit it the best, and I will be back with you. Alright, so I have this done. It's basically, it's very simple right now, but it's not going to stay this way. So there's soul sand and soul sand around the outside. Honestly, I got a little lazy and kind of left it grass right down here. But I did do the very deepest parts with glowstone so that it glows at night, which I thought looked cute. So we're going to put some podzol around here. I'm a little bit low on podzol though, so I have an idea on how to fill this area in. I want there to be a lot of podzol in this enchanted forest, so I have an idea. I'm going to grow some 4x4 spruce trees, which are going to generate some podzol, and do that kind of all over the place, and that's going to help with that. But yeah, so that's what it looks like for now, and we're going to put nether wart and cute flowers and stuff so that it looks very enchanted, but also unsafe. I want this forest to be enchanted, but not necessarily safe. So, and I built this bridge, which doesn't look like it's super dilapidated, which gives you kind of an idea of what may be coming over in this area right here. Because if you look, not only is that bridge not super old, but the path is really pristine coming into here. Kind of makes you wonder what's going to be over here. Well, that is definitely for another episode. We're going to finish up this forest today, and it's going to be done in a third-person time-lapse. So, let's get with it. So I am adding flowers to the world because I want some of these trees to generate with beehives. So I don't have a lot of orchids right now. We're gonna have to go back to the swamp and get more. But as long as the trees have beehives on them, that's really all that matters. And of course I'm gonna do bone mealing on the rest, so. But yeah, so just working on this. Also, I added some nether wart, all the rest of my nether wart, around the soul sand swamp or soul sand pond. So as this grows, I'm going to come over and gather it and get more of it on there. Well, now that that's done, we can finally focus on planting the trees that we want. I want to use some oak trees, some dark oak trees, and maybe a few spruce, a few birch. I want it to be a mixed forest, but I want it to be really, really, really dense. I want it to be a little bit unsafe, even during the day. So we're going to get on to that, and we're going to do some finishing touches, and then we will see the finished product. So here we are for the third and last 3rd-minute time lapse. All right, I think we did it. So, are you guys ready to see the new enchanted forest? Follow me. Here we are. The new enchanted forest. I am really liking how this turned out. So I did this to some of the mushrooms, not all of them, but I added glowstone into them, so the path is lit up. But the rest of the forest is not so much. So that makes it a little bit unsafe, which is exactly what I was going for, is that this forest is slightly treacherous. Oh gosh, I hear a zombie. So it's slightly treacherous, but it's still very fun to go into. And some of these trees did end up with bees. We might need to add more bees later on. But here's the path. It goes down this way to Nether Wart area, or Soul Sand Pond, as you can see right here. Soul Sand Pond, and it does slow you down a little bit, and I kind of did that intentionally. And then we go over down this way, and that leads us to what is going to be over here, which I still haven't told you about yet, and I'm going to be waiting to tell you about that until we are ready for it. Perhaps in the next episode plus. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode plus, and I definitely look forward to making another video. This one took a long time to make though, so we're not going to do this super often. Maybe one every 10 episodes, maybe one every 5 episodes, I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And that's going to be it for me today. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Have a great day. Bye.